Sleep is an underrated and forgotten element of everyday mental health, and in this video, I'm going to give you my top 5 strategies that I give my patients to get better sleep at night naturally. This is the Dr. K Show. I'm Dr. Karthik Ramanan. I help ambitious individuals end self-criticism with tools and strategies to create optimal everyday mental health. If we're just meeting and you need to silence that critical voice in your head to get out of your own way to live life on your terms, well, I am here for you. I encourage you to subscribe right now. It's showtime! Let's just jump right into the strategies. Number 1. Create sleep rituals. That means create habits around time, place, and actions leading up to bed. Time. Strive to get into bed at the same time each night. Place. Make sure that your bedroom is used only for sleep and sex, not for TV, not for work. We want to create the psychological connection that this bed in this room equals sleep. And lastly, actions. Create a ritual for yourself at night that will, with practice, trigger the unconscious habits that lead to sleep. In the next steps, I'll give you some ideas for a nighttime action rituals that you can implement. Number 2, leave your phone outside your bedroom. For one, they emit blue light, which tricks your brain into thinking that it's not nighttime. But even when you're using blue blocking glasses or cut the blue light from your device's software, your brain is still highly engaged with this dopamine-producing addiction machine. But Dr. K, my phone is my alarm. Get an alarm clock. Number 3, use blackout curtains. You want to eliminate as much light from your room as possible. Remember, we're animals, and before we had electric lights, nights were pretty dark. We may have evolved technologically, but this biological system that we call our bodies are still built for nature. Are you getting value out of this so far? If so, smash that like button right now. Number 4, take a contrast shower before bed. Wait, disclaimer, if you're dealing with a diagnosed medical condition, consult your physician first. Please be smart. This is for educational purposes only. Okay, so here's how it works. Start with a nice warm or hot shower like you'd normally do it. Then quickly switch to cold water for 10, 15, 30 seconds, whatever you can tolerate. Then go back to hot for another minute, then back to cold. You can repeat it a few times. The key is ending on cold, again, for as long as you can comfortably tolerate. Dry yourself off, but don't do so vigorously enough to warm yourself up with a towel. You've cooled your body down, and you want your hypothalamus to kick in to raise your body temperature on its own. So go right to bed at this point. And here's a bonus tip for the contrast showers. If you're already in bed and having a hard time falling asleep, maybe you woke up in the middle of the night, laying in bed and being frustrated is only going to keep you up longer. When I'm up in the middle of the night, a quick 3 to 5 minute contrast shower is my go-to remedy. I get back to bed and I sleep like a baby. And number 5, change your psychology around sleep. If you follow me, you're likely an ambitious individual, and us ambitious types tend to neglect sleep. Sleep is for the weak, or I can sleep when I'm dead. If you want great brain health and mental health, sleep is non-negotiable. I used to sleep 4 hours a night for years, and then I got a little older, and then I had to sleep 5 or 6 hours a night. Even more recently, due to some issues that I'd been dealing with, I had to prioritize sleep even further to the point that I don't set an alarm anymore. I had to consciously shift my mindset around sleep so that I could get the 7, 8, sometimes 9 hours. I stopped thinking about it as time wasted and started thinking about how much more I would be able to get done when I was awake, how much more focused and action-oriented I'd be if I just felt good. And that's how it's played out. For a while, my body woke up at 7 a.m., which for somebody who used to wake up between 4 and 5 a.m., that's a lot of wasted time. But as my health started to improve, I now wake up like clockwork on my own at 5:30 a.m., incredibly refreshed and ready to take on the day. You can too. Question of the day: what is your best sleep strategy? If you feel like being awesome, let us know in the comments below. Today's Progress Success is brought to you by my friend Ty. She's got 2 excellent channels on YouTube, and she was in her head going back and forth a bit about how to focus her attention between her passions. Her progress success was simple. She says, "I'm now being 100% present in what I'm doing." Now, look, that might seem simple on the surface, but think about how distracted we are these days, even from second to second, trying to multitask, dealing with notifications on our phones. Focusing on one thing at a time in the micro leads to clarity in the macro. So great job, Ty. Hey, you, are you getting the absolute best sleep you can? Do you fall asleep quickly, stay asleep, and feel thoroughly refreshed when you wake up in the morning? No? Okay, then listen up, because if you sleep with your phone, you're not gonna like what I have to say. Put your phone away. Don't bring it into your bedroom. Don't even do it. Not even in airplane mode. The average adult spends 5 hours a day on our phones, constantly bombarded with tasks, ideas, entertainment, news, notifications. Who could sleep through that? And every time we hear a sound, tap a button, we get feedback from these devices that triggers dopamine and keeps us alert. Just the visual sight of the phone means engaged activity. You think you can just take this into bed with you and fall asleep? Look, I hear you kicking and screaming. All right, answer me this. Have you ever checked your phone in the middle of the night? What is the last thing you do before you go to bed? What is the first thing you do when you wake up? Listen, if your phone was involved in any of those answers, you need to put it in another room at night. And look, I'm a tech addict too, okay? My office is an EMF disaster zone. I love my gadgets. But at the same time, at some point, we have to realize that it's not about wanting better sleep. It's about being committed to better sleep. Commitment is to do it at all costs. What would better health allow you to do? If your life were to continue at the current trajectory, would you be happy with that? Look, I came to a head and I had to separate myself from my phone at night. And if I can do it, so can you. Your health and your life is worth it. I believe in your greatness.